Okay, so we got all our goodies here. We're halfway through to install because we got our controller uninstalled already. So the next part of the installation page 2. There we go. Motor extension cables. It says, use the supplied motor extension cables to extend the leads on the Sauron motor. You will need to use the terminal block, stack, and fasten the motor extension lugs to it. Make sure the motor block stack. You will need to use the terminal block, stack, and fasten the motor extension lugs to it. Make sure to color match the extension cables with the corresponding cable from the motor. Okay. Okay. So let's go get our. So let's go ahead and do that first. So what they're talking about, what we're going to need for this step is the wiring block and the wires. Let's go and do these already. Okay, let's go do this. Alright, so we got our block. No, it's got six Allen screws in it. For what? I don't know. I think maybe some of it might be for this. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, so there's 6 screws in there. I don't know what to do with them yet, but we're gonna go start wiring up this block thingy here. Okay. So let's just wire it up in the direction that it was before. So it was blue, green, and yellow. So we're gonna wire this blue here, green, and then yellow like that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take these leads out. What I'm going to do is put a drop of Loctite on them so they don't come out, just in case. I haven't had anything really rattle loose besides the axle on the bike, but it could happen. Okay, so I took 3 of the screws out. Now we're going to go put some Loctite on this. Okay, so it was what was it? Blue was on all the way to the left. I don't think it really matters as long as you match the colors up. But sorry, my hand's kind of in the way. Okay, blue one, and then I think it's green is next. Yeah, green. And these are like the different phases of the motor and stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure they're snug. It does have a flathead on it too, if you want to use a flathead. Phillips. Okay. And then, I wonder if it was supposed to be the other way. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So you can see like the connector, the flat part is there's like a flat part, like kind of like a foot sort of, and the foot is like down right now. You know what I'm talking about? Like see there how the wire goes up like that? Well, we could do it the other way too, but this is the way it was when it was on the controller, so I think we want to do it like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and install the extension wires. Let's do it one at a time. Okay. We're gonna do the yellow wire first. These wires are a lot softer than the Sauron ones. Fits in there like a glove. So one thing I noticed in the manual, in the user manual, is it looks like the wires are stacked on top of each other on that one single screw, but I don't think it would be kind of hard to get that in there, so I don't think it matters. As long as they're touching each other somehow. There's a little bar under there that connects them. So okay, we're gonna do the green wire next. I'm gonna give for a motorized screwdriver right now. And the blue one, I don't know which way we're supposed to put the block, if we were supposed to face it towards the bike or away from the bike, so we'll just do it away from the bike, I guess. Okay, so I got my camera battery ran out, but there you go, I got them all in there. So the blue is connected to the blue, the green is connected to the green, and the yellow is connected to the yellow. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I don't remember how all this stuff fit in here, dude. Oh, man, the bike is so light now. Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay, so before I started digging around in the wires here. So there's this little kind of rubber dealy here, and there's a bunch of connectors in it. That's where the connector for this goes, your sad stand switch connector. And what I know is this doesn't work anymore, and I want to get rid of it. So I just took it off. I just disconnected it right now. So I'm already in there. I might as well take it out. So now I got to go zip tie this cover back on. But yeah. That's what I want. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through the manual a little more. Fasten the motor extension lugs to controller. Green, yellow, and blue are corresponding to each motor cable. Be sure to color match them. Now fasten the red and black cable lug from the Sauron to the controller. Okay. And then the next one, it says how to mount it. And so I would think, how you mount it is how you're going to have to want to put the wires and stuff. So, it looks like it says here the controller mounting bracket is provided to allow for clean and easy installation. You will be using the 2 bolts from your Sauron tilt sensor to fasten the BAC controller and the controller mounting bracket to the frame. The controller heatsink should be facing outwards, so bolt up to frame the controller mount bracket. I think it's supposed to, it says the heatsink is supposed to be facing outward, so it would be like this, right? Yeah. So the tilt sensor's right here. It's basically, it mounts where your old controller mounts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Before we go install that, let's install the harness first. Let's plug the harness into because it's all the way up in there. All right, so he got these two that go to the bike. Yeah. So these go in here, and these connect to the bike. So these ones here, the ones with the yellow ends on it. So let's go ahead and connect those first. So they connect right. There's a one's a 9-pin and one is an 8-pin connector, but they're like totally different. One of them's flat and one of them's arranged like a square. So okay, so there's a key on this one. This one goes like this. Let's connect these ones first, because it looks a little confusing. It's not going in. It's the whole lot. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So push it in until it clicks. Same thing with this one. Okay, it's pretty hard to mix them up. One is flat and one is square, so I think, I'm not sure. You can probably put this block back in now. Yeah, let's go bolt this block back in, and we'll tuck the harness wires. Okay, so like I said, I went and I connected the harness wires into the harness wires that were inside here. because that's where they were before. So I'm like, well, I'll just put them where they were before. And then I put the little plate back in, the plate that kind of separates the battery and everything and hides all this stuff. So here it's just kind of peeking out there, and then the rest of the connectors are in there already connected. I don't know if we should have put any dielectric grease in there or anything, but I'm pretty sure those are sealed connectors. So so the wire, the screws you want to use are these flat ones here. So there's 2 of these flat ones, the square ones, and then there's 2 long ones for the top. So I just went and put them in already. I still have the drill. Okay, so I got it all in there. Okay, so there's my handiwork. There's a wiring block with the wires, and then this is the plug-in connector right here, and then these are the connectors for the I think one of them is for the regen throttle, and one of them is for the so one of them we're gonna just not use. I'm gonna put like tape over it or something. All right, so now what we're gonna do is connect the wires. I think it's supposed to be installed like this. Yeah, so it's gonna be where it's gonna go is right here, right there. So which leads me to believe I don't think we're going to be able to connect any of this stuff. Yeah. How is this stuff all supposed to go in here? And I'm wondering if I should cover this with electrical tape, you know. I think we should. It's going to be like under here, under that plastic connector, but yeah, it's going to be coming in from the side, one of the sides. Okay. Okay, so what I suggest is that you have a little stool or something to work on, so you don't have to. And then I think what we're gonna do before we do anything else, I want to go put some electrical tape around this. I don't want to leave this exposed wires out there like that. So I'm gonna go put some electrical tape over this block here. Just to keep it from getting water and dirt and all that stuff in there. Okay. I'll put a little bit more over here. It's still a little bit exposed in between the wires, but whatever. Okay. It's my little electrical tape job. I don't know if we have to bolt that onto anything, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it just kind of just hangs there. So it really doesn't want to go anywhere. These, I want to note that the new wires are a lot. They feel like they're not as thick as the other wires, the stock Suron wires. So I don't know. It's just something I observed. That's all. Sure, it works fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go mount these wires. One thing I noticed is that some of the wires, some of the screws don't go in the holes. So I'm gonna have to ream this out. It's a little bit too big because I checked to see if this fits in here. It's gonna go right here, right here. This is where the tilt sensor is hiding. Okay, so before we try to mount the controller, I'm gonna ream the holes here a little bit because I noticed that the screws don't fit in there anymore. They don't. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, maybe we don't have to ream it. Okay, but you have to screw it in. It's tight. It's a tight fit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a tight fit. And I'm doing it backwards too, by the way. Okay. So okay, maybe we don't have to ream it. All right. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be like this. I'm surprised it doesn't have any kind of like vibration deadening material on it. Okay. Okay. So here's where we're working right now. So I got a little a stool to work on here, so you don't have to let it go all the way to the ground. It's kind of like almost in the same position where it needs to be. So on the controller, you got these color-coded circles here. You got a green, red, yellow, black, and a blue. Here on the top, it just says U, V, and W. They have no relation to the colors of the wires here at all. And then you have a plus and then the minus. So So it's totally different than the stock surround controller. Oh boy, the stock controller is so heavy. I'm gonna get some weight savings with this. So yeah, so here you got yellow, green, blue, and then the two power ones on the left here, and then here the power is like in between everything. So just remember that. Just what I might do is write, like, just in case these stickers get messed up or something, write what colors they should be. Actually, I might write on the top here what they should be. So okay, just in case those color. You know what? I should probably just take a picture of the controller. I know I should have just taken a picture of the controller. Then I'll always have it. I'll probably do that before I install it. So here you got your green, red, yellow, black, and blue. Green, red, yellow, black, and blue. See, BLU, BLK, YLW, red. So, and you're going to be able to see it on the side. It's going to say that for like forever now. It's okay. Looks a little ghetto. But okay, so okay, take a picture. Here we go. We're going to go install this. So I'm going to go ahead and take all the. Let's just take it off. So first is the green wire. It's a 8mm, by the way, if you guys are wondering. I'm using this kind of socket screwdriver type thing. So I don't like how the wires are sticking out like that. They can get caught on it, like a bush or something. Just done it the other. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Merlin messed up. Okay, Merlin just realized something. He could have just put the wires the other direction, then it wouldn't stick out. So I'm gonna go do this again. I'm just gonna flip these around, basically. I was like, wait a minute. I could just flip them around. Okay. Okay, so now the next thing to do is to install the positive and negative leads, and I don't think we're going to be high enough to do it to get it higher. Let me get this box of the controller kit. Let's put it right here, a little bit taller. So we're going to go install the red one. Where the red is. There's also a positive symbol on the top. Can't go wrong. Let's see for now. It still needs to be taller. You get the egg rider box. Okay. Okay, that's a little better. This out. Sorry, I'm trying to. My hand's kind of blocking the action here, but. Okay, put the black one in.